What's up, everybody, and welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. I hope you're having yourselves a tremendous morning this morning as we are inside of the Cafe Kubal studios here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets that thing called life. We have an awesome broadcast coming up for you today, and as you know, every Wednesday we split the show into two pieces, as the show has the Fantasy Football Power Hour, which takes over from 9:45 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and we make sure that those broadcasts have their own video that you can just jump right into, because I know when you're setting your lineups over the weekend and you're looking for advice and help and whatnot, that we can get you where we need to get you to go very quickly so you can get to those videos. So that's going to be coming up in hour number 2 and starting a little bit early at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. So you'll be able to see and hear our fantasy football coverage. But before that happens, I have the blessing and the opportunity to have Mr. Nino Hernandez on the broadcast here this morning on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life, during Dolphin Time, which gives me the opportunity to tell the stories of student athletes, coaches, and staff of LeMoyne College on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora in our exclusive segment that you won't find anywhere else. So, Dolphin Dive coming up here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. You're tuning in live every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. God bless me, Eastern Time, here on youtube.com/wakeupcalldt and on facebook.com/wakeupcalldt, as well as facebook.com/livenowdt. And you can check us out on our archives. Once the show goes live, you can check it out on Stitcher, Spotify, MixLR, YouTube, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Podbean by searching Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, or simply one word, Wake Up Call DT. We're going to take our step aside here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora this morning for a fast break. When we come back, we will be joined by Nino Hernandez of the LeMoyne Dolphins men's basketball team, who tells his story right after this, only on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where you get Dolphin Dive every second and fourth Wednesday of every single month. And our spotlight feature this month is Nino Hernandez right after this. Avicoli's, located on the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool, New York, has been your trusted neighbor for decades. Located just steps from Liverpool High School, we're happy to have the Liverpool Warriors on-site, on-location broadcast at Avicoli's through Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora every single month, featuring student athletes, coaches, and administration throughout the year from Liverpool High School. Head out to Avicoli's today on the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool, New York, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch, dinner, and drinks. We'd love to see you out there. And of course, you can call them at 315-622-5100 for takeout, delivery, and catering. That's 315-622-5100. And also find them on myavicolis.com. That's myavicollis.com. Having peace of mind when you're out of town that your furry-loving friend is safe and sound means taking them to Canine Campground, because we all know that when it comes to the love of our pets, it goes well beyond the call of duty to make sure they're safe and sound. Right, Lily? So take a ride to 242 Johnson Street in East Syracuse, New York, and see Canine Campground and where your dog will be staying, in the classic cabin, the executive cabin, the grand cabin, or of course the luxury cabin, because if you know Lily, you know she loves luxury. Now you don't have to wait to the last minute to find a family member or a friend that'll take your dog for a few days. Call Canine Campground at 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Their drop-off and pickup times are Monday through Sunday. Check K9campground.com for more information. That's the letter K, the number 9, and campground spelled with a K.com. K9campground.com.
When you're going out of town, bring your dog to Canine Campground.
PB&J's Lunchbox, the food truck that you love finding all throughout Central and Upstate New York, now has a street-side cafe. So when you're craving their traditional favorites as well as their out-of-box amazing menu items, you can now head to 663 Old Liverpool Road in Liverpool, New York, located just minutes from the highway, the Thruway, Destiny USA, and Onondaga Lake Parkway. PB&J's Lunchbox Street-Side Cafe is there for you Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner all throughout the day. Get breakfast for dinner, dinner for lunch, whatever you fancy, including their award-winning grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Find them at 663 Old Liverpool Road in Liverpool, New York. PB&J's Lunchbox, where we love to know what's in your lunchbox. As a patient, what do we want? To be cared for, to be listened to, and to have someone walk us through the process on our path to victory. Victory Sports Medicine and Orthopedics does all of those things beautifully, with Dr. Mark Petropoli leading the team on 791 West Genesee Street in Skaneateles, New York, located minutes from beautiful Skaneateles Lake. Whatever your injury may be from head to toe, preventative care, rehab, physical therapy, laser therapy, and surgery are all available at Victory Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, where they care about us, they listen to us, and they understand that everyone's path to victory is a little bit different. Let them help you on yours by calling 315-685-7544 to make your appointment today. That's 315-685-7544. And find out more information at victorysportsmedicine.com. Edition of Dolphin Dive on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, part of our multimedia marketing partnership with the LeMoyne Dolphins and Moyne College. We're very excited for the men's basketball side of things to be here with Nino Hernandez, and of course, I'm your host, Dan Tortora. Nino, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Dan. How are you doing?
Doing very well. I told you to do that right before we did this. I wanted a little step stool, so we're looking on that same height range, but this opportunity for Dolphin Dive, what we get to do is to really spotlight you and your story. So, bring me into the journey that brought you to LeMoyne.
Oh, wow. So it wasn't the easiest journey, but I started off at Brown University. While I was there, the coach recruited me, left, so then a whole new coach came in, and we just didn't see eye to eye, and things didn't work out with all. And then, so after the end of the year, I was in the transfer portal. And at first, Coach Champ, he was at Coach Southern, so we were thinking about going down there. And then, by the grace of God, he got the head coaching position here. So then I was able to hop on board over here and start my journey here.
You talk about the fact that when you're in the transfer portal and Nate Champion was at Florida Southern, that you were already kind of looking there for him. What was that relationship? Did you know him beforehand that made you want to play for him kind of no matter where he was?
Right. So here's a cool story. So Luke St. Lifer, he was part of the Bryant coaching staff, and then when I left, he left as well. And then when he left, he was looking for a new position, and he was just looking all over the place. And then so Luke St. Lifer got the job here. So when he got the job here, that's how we got in touch with Coach Champ, and Coach Champ was just on board ever since, and we just started chopping it up, and it was great. He brought me in, and I came on a visit, and that was the best thing.
What is it about Nate Champion that made you want to play for him?
He just, honestly, I never really had a good relationship with a lot of my coaches. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had a good relationship with some of my coaches, but something special with Nate Champ. He's a real genuine dude. And off rip, not knowing me through a hole in the wall, and just taking that chance on me and just believing in me from day one. So like, hats off to him. Like, he'll always have a special place with me, no matter what. And I just feel like he's been that dude that I can go to, not only on the court, but off the court as well.
You said that not with every coach have you had the best, kind of bond or relationship and whatnot. What does a coach have to bring to the table for you to feel comfortable?
Just, a lot of things where players and coaches, I feel like get off is have the coach has to have the coach back. And once you feel that security with the coach, and the coach trusts you, you trust them just as much, I feel like the sky's the limit. No matter who's the player, no matter who's the coach, so I feel like that relationship of security and trust is what we're doing.
How does a coach show you that they have your back?
So I can give an example for myself.
Yep.
So my first year here, I wasn't the best academically. I wasn't messed up on the court a lot of the times, and coach never gave up on me. He always gave me confidence. He was going to meetings with teachers for me. He was doing above and beyond just to have my best interest and put me in the best position to succeed. So just off that alone is a great way to build that mutual trust with the coach and the players.
Here with Nino Hernandez in this very special edition of Dolphin Dive on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Nino, what started basketball for you? What made you fall in love with the sport? And how old were you?
Oh man, so if you let my mom tell it, she would say that I started at like 3 years old, but I don't know, that's just mom being nice. So I'd say that I was around like 6 or 7 where like I knew that I loved the game and this was an opportunity for me to go to preschool and by the grace of God probably make a career out of it. So I knew at a young age, because growing up it wasn't always easy, so I knew that at a young age this would be an opportunity to not only put myself in a good position, but possibly put my family in a good position as well.
Who did you emulate your game like? Who were kind of maybe some of the role models or players that you watched from afar, be it that you knew them or that you watched them on television?
So my role model was a big brother to me. I grew up with him. His name is Khalil Dergard. So growing up, he was always like the big brother. He was like 3-4 years older than me, and he was always busting my butt, giving it to me, but at the same time trying to give me that confidence and everything I need. I remember there were times where it would be snowing outside, and we'd go to the park and shovel out a little like 16 by 16 spot for us to hoop. And just shout out to Khalil, man. He really was a role model, everything from growing up.
So you come to LeMoyne, bring me from day one to now, where have you improved the most as a student, and then where have you improved the most as an athlete?
Wow. So it's crazy to say that I've been here for 3 years. So when I first came here, I feel like I wasn't always locked in with academics. I was so focused on basketball, and then as I grew as a man, as a student, I started taking that serious, and I feel like I grew a lot in academics. I'm on pace right now this semester, trying to get a 4.0, God willing. I feel like that was my biggest growth too, just being on my own, taking care of myself, prioritizing by myself. So I think that was one of the biggest growths for me.
What about on the court?
On the court, I just say my body. Just like I wasn't always small, but like just growing my body, yeah.
So, like you said, it's hard to believe you've been here for 3 years.
Right.
Amidst all of this, we have, 700 plus days of not being able to be on the court, be on the field and whatnot. How did you handle when the world stopped?
Oh, man. So it was a tough time for me, like it was a tough time for everybody else. But I'm real religious. So whenever there was doubt or any question, I was always taught to give it to God. So in the midst of it all, I just put my head down. I didn't say it, not to say that I was perfect or that I didn't fall, but through the midst of it all, I just gave it to God, and I was able to overcome any obstacle that was thrown my way.
said you had a strong faith I want to bring in here so that they can see you, Nino. But no, you're good. But for you to have the faith that you have, where did it come from?
So as a youngin, my mom, that's one of another role model of mine. So my mom, she's big on just faith, God, putting God first, other second, me third. That's a motto I live by, and she instilled that in me since a young age. So like, we didn't always have a lot of things, but by the grace of God and my mom, she always made it happen. So just seeing her prevail and conquer anything that was thrown at her by having faith in God while being a single mother, it just brought light to my eyes. So when I seen that, I hopped on board, obviously, and that's where it came from.
For those that don't know your mom's name, I want to shout her out.
Nino Hernandez, I love you, Mom. You're the best.
3 words to describe Mom, if only 3 are the ones that you would say.
Ooh, man, it's tough. Resilient.
Okay.
I don't know, strong, and just to tie it all together, Superwoman. Superwoman, yeah, she's one amazing person right there. Yeah.
So how do you try to pay it forward? If Mom gave it to you, what do you try to do in your life to make sure you're helping other people?
So that's another thing my mom taught me. My mom is one of the most giving. Even if she don't have anything, she's one of the most giving and carefree women. So what I try to do on the day-to-day is just help everybody, whether that's being nice, whether that's being genuine, asking how someone's doing, saying hello, anything I have and I can bring to the table, I want to share with everybody. Whether they're older than me, younger than me, the same age as me, I try to take that woman on a day-to-day basis.
When you have such a strong faith and you have a mom who's so strong and with a single parent, does it make the game of basketball easier to you, knowing what you went through growing up without having 2 parents in the household, and with, being able to lean on faith? Does it almost help basketball to be a little bit carefree or maybe a little bit easier?
Absolutely. When it comes to basketball, like, as I got older, I started to realize this is probably the easiest, funnest things that I have in life. Like, I can leave it all on the floor. There's no worries, because after these 40 minutes, whatever happens on the court stays on the court. So as I get older, I start to realize that, like, hey man, this is fun. So there's no reason why I'm mad or take it on the next play, but this is basketball. It's just a fun thing to do. It's just great. So I try not to hold anything back and just have fun with the game.
You get to live out a dream of yours and to be, inside of something that you love to do. A part of that was that you got to go down the road and play in the Dome and have an opportunity to face off against a D1 team and see Central New York and Syracuse and Central New York and LeMoyne. What does that mean to you, albeit an exhibition game? What does it mean to be in the Dome and to at least get to kind of gauge where you guys are at against D1 film?
Right. So, me personally, it was just a tremendous experience, just because where I'm from, like, kids like me don't get the opportunity to be on ESPN, to play in the Dome, to shake Coach Boeheim's hand. It's just an unbelievable blessing that I'm able to even do that. So first and foremost, I just want to thank God and just everyone that helped me get to this position. And then as a team, I just feel like there's a lot of potential. And as a team, that was just a test. And even though we fell short, hats off to Syracuse, I feel like it's not over for us. We have a long road. We're leading by one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the NE10. And I just feel like we have a lot of potential.
You talked about Nate Champion having a part of getting you here and what he's done to help you, become a better student, become a better athlete. As a head coach specifically, what do you take away from him every day when you say, could be the best coach in the NE10? Why do you have so much faith in him? Why is he such a good coach?
Coach Champ, he's just a cool dude, man. Like, he can't really miss in a lot of aspects. The way he carries himself, the way he is X's and O's, and just how free and at the same time detail oriented he is. So even though we play free, at the end of the day, we're playing free, but with a lot of detail. So I feel like when you have that, and you have a bunch of guys that buy into that and just really respect and honor everything he says and take everything with a grain of salt, then we'll be one hell of a program.
You got Speedy Fraser and Ben Swank who joined the staff as well. What do they do to make, I mean, being new to this program, what have they done to kind of come in and what is that first impression essentially? What have they left with you so far?
Right. So it's kind of like, they're like peanut butter and jelly. So, you know, like Swank's more on the serious side and really, you know, get the job done. Hats off. And then Speedy is more like happy and with a little more energy, but they're just really feed off each other in a way they're able to communicate with the guys and get the point across in different ways. It's just a blessing.
Coming here to LeMoyne, hindsight 2020 means what to you? You have a faith, it's a Jesuit school. There's a lot of values and morals here that are in the fabric of everything. You talk about an 8 champion, so there's different pieces that we've discussed. But looking back on the decision to come to LeMoyne, why are you happy that you're a Dolphin?
So I'm happy that I'm a Dolphin because I love the community. I love that what everything it has to offer. I love that it's a close-knit community. I like how you can lean on one another. I can lean on Coach, and if he has questions, he can make a quick call or a quick email to whoever it is, and we're all able to work as a team and unit. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, coming from a D1 school. There's a lot of like individual things going on here and there, but here it's it's almost like a family, so to speak. So that's one of the biggest things for me is having that family feel and just feeling loved on there. You know, so that's why I'm happy to be a fan.
When you come to LeMoyne, having been at Bryant from a D1 to a D2, do you see difference in division, or do you think that LeMoyne kind of holds itself to a higher caliber and you get a sense of that?
So, yeah, in terms of basketball? Or
in terms of kind of just everything, I mean, coming here, the facilities, the way that you're treated, the way that the teams are put together, the school itself, the community, do you feel like this is a school that is D2 by definition, but rises itself kind of above that?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, I feel like it's not far in the basketball aspect away from each other. I feel like you can compete with anybody in the NEC, I believe it's called. And I just feel like LeMoyne carries himself at a high standard, and carries himself so much expectations which they surpass at the time. So I feel like there's no big gap or anything in between.
That coming from Nino Hernandez. Final piece, rapid fire. We get to put each other on the hot seat. Doesn't have anything to do with sports.
All right.
We're going to have some fun here in this episode of Dolphin Dive, featuring and spotlighting Nino Hernandez of the men's basketball team. We'll just go back and forth.
Okay.
I'm going to let you go first. You can ask me whatever you want.
So I see that you have a cross. Are you a believer?
Yes, very much so. So, God is the most important thing to me. I don't push that on anybody, but if anybody wants to talk about it or is open to talking about it, I mean, there's no greater gift than having a relationship with God. To know that, you know, good days, bad days in between. And honestly, I learned a lot from stuff there was adversity. You know, I know that God is there in times where people think that He's not. And it's been the most incredible journey that I've had for 36 years because I haven't taken it alone. So I wear this very proudly. Your faith means blank.
My faith means eternal life. Yes, I say that to say I know that there's a bigger purpose for me after this life right now. So I know that through Christ, and I keep following what I gotta do, I'm gonna take care of that afterlife.
I like that. I appreciate that. Can I go ahead?
What did you eat this morning for breakfast?
Oh my gosh, I had Fruit Loops. So I like cereal. Let me see here. If anybody could play you in a movie, who would you want to play you and why?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say Will Smith.
Okay.
That's just a bad boy right there.
Okay.
He's a fun. I feel like growing up, I was a big Will Smith guy. Like I learned a lot of my like who I am today from watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
So I love everything he has to offer, from action to being funny to being serious. So I feel like he can hit it off.
I like that you said that because I always said if Will Smith and I grew up in the same place, we would have been friends.
Yeah, right.
I still want to meet the guy. All right, go ahead. We'll do a couple more here.
Let me think. Are you a drums or flats kind of guy?
Drums or flats? I would have to say drums.
And why?
Because, I don't know, I just feel like they're easier to eat, there's more meat on them, and when you crisp them up, they just have like better pieces to them. So I'm going to say that. And there's some really, really good lemon peppers at Pizza Man in Ballinsville. So good. If you get them extra crispy, it's very good. So yeah, when you ask me that, that's what I think about to get the lemon pepper stuff. Okay, so we're going food on a lot of stuff. I'm going to hit you with some food. Best, like if you're going to have a late night craving, it's going to be for what?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Late night craving. I'm a big eggs kind of guy.
Okay.
So if you give me an egg sandwich with egg, cheese, a little bacon, turkey bacon though, I don't really like pork like that, so turkey bacon, whatever, nice bagel. I can eat that any time of the day.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I like that. What's your last one?
Last one. All right. Nike or Jordan?
Probably Nike, but not on purpose. I end up always buying Nike shoes. I have some Jordan stuff, but I just go more on style and color, and it ends up being Nike. So I guess I would say Nike. I also like Under Armour. My last one for you, Nino, is top 3 rappers of all time.
Okay. Top 3. Tupac.
Okay.
Off his influence and his message.
Okay.
I have to play something in my era. So I'm gonna say Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Just off of his influence.
I like that.
You know. And number 3. So I would say Biggie.
Yeah.
But I don't really listen to Biggie like that. Great. You know, he can be in anyone's top 3, but my Biggie would have to be, I would say Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Okay. All right. It's not a bad list. I like that Wayne is in that list. I'm very happy that Wayne is in that list.
Yes.
So I put Drake in there too, but I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that Wayne's in that. So that being said, from the LeMoyne Dolphins men's basketball team, spotlighting this very special Dolphin Dive is Nino Hernandez, for myself, Dan Tortora, and for LeMoyne, as well as Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. We thank you for being a part of this, watching on youtube.com/wakeupcalldt, and on facebook.com/wakeupcalldt. Dolphin Dive every second and fourth Wednesday of each month at 9 a.m. during Dolphin time. Nino, thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Had a good time here. Talk to you soon.
Cafe Cabal Mobile Cafe brings the cafe experience to you. We'll roll out to your neighborhood or office, ready to serve our locally crafted espresso bar to our loyal patrons. Inquire at cafecubal.com. Cafe Cabal, coffee for the soul.
Hi, this is Amy from Mother's Cupboard, home of the whole frittata. We are open daily 6 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. For takeout orders, call 315-432-0942 and tune in to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora for our monthly food challenge and try our Wake Up Call signature menu item available 7 days a week. Here at Mother's Cupboard, we are Central New York, and it's our honor to serve you.
Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory, located on 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, is home to over 40 flavors with more than 200 flavors in their total wheelhouse. Sky's the limit for this sweet and savory Central New York company. Keep it local at your parties, fundraisers, wedding showers, baby showers, and more by calling 315-450-MA-PA. That's 315-450-6272 for popcorn bars with custom flavors and colors at your upcoming event. Make sure to visit them on 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York. And for more information, go to maandpassnacks.com. Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory. How corny are you?
Here at Progressive Dental, we understand the importance of regular dental visits and preventive care. Cleanings and checkups are essential to good oral health. We have multiple locations in the Southern Tier, so come visit us in Binghamton, Enwell, Kirkwood, Montrose, and Norwich. For self-pay non-insured patients, we offer the Smile Plan, which covers all of your cleanings, x-rays, and exams for an affordable yearly price. Call 607-754-2273 or 607-754-CARE to make an appointment today. For more information, visit our website at progressivedentalny.com.
The Millhouse Market, located on 3790 New York 13 in Pulaski, New York, is worth the drive every time. Make sure you make your way out to the Millhouse Market every Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. to get their homemade breads, quinoa bowls, rice bowls, desserts, salads, brick oven pizzas, and those sandwiches named after the families that helped to settle today's Pulaski. Ingrained in our community and ingrained in our taste buds, there is nothing like the Millhouse Market. From their crepes to their breakfast pizzas, just every time you go to the Millhouse Market, you end up with a new favorite to go up against your other favorite. And the most difficult thing you'll ever do at Millhouse Market is have to choose between all of the things that you love so very much, as they consistently bring the best of the best to the table, thanks to Rebecca Alford and the entire team at the Millhouse Market. They have their general store where you can get local products from local companies as they pay it forward and help other companies in our community. You can do the drive-through window where you can grab your food and go. And there's the indoor restaurant, which turns into a bistro every weekend with a signature menu that changes every single week. So make sure you head into the Millhouse Market weekly to see what they got cooking next. They're at 3790 New York 13 in Pulaski, New York. Worth the drive every time. Welcome back here inside of the Cafe Kubal Studios here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets that thing called life. I hope you're having yourselves a fantastic morning this morning. I want to give a special thanks once again to my guy Nino Hernandez for joining the broadcast here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. From the LeMoyne College Dolphins men's basketball team. Very excited for Nino and the team to be starting off their season and to be getting things going here. And very, very much looking forward to everything that they have coming up on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where we get to tell their stories. So you know that our multimedia marketing partnership with the LeMoyne College Dolphins is extremely important to me and to Dan Tortora Broadcast Media, as well as to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. So just to let you know, for those that don't know, Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora is proud to bring you the LeMoyne College Dolphins every single Wednesday during Dolphin Time. Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time every first and third Wednesday, AD and DT, where I get to sit down with athletics director of LeMoyne College, Bob Beretta, and we get to speak on a different topic every single episode. There's a different focus we have. And every second and fourth Wednesday in Dolphin Dive, like you saw today, I have the opportunity to speak with student athletes, coaches, and or staff members of LeMoyne College to speak on why LeMoyne, why they chose to be there, what their journey has been, and to truly dive in to who they are and what their story is. So thank you to Nino Hernandez and to all of my fantastic guests that have graced the stage here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, from Bryant Perdomo to Alexi Petritis to Maddie Vine, as well as to Emily Yancone and now Nino Hernandez, all here in Dolphin Dive. Thank you to each and every single one of you to be a part of this, and I'm truly excited about everything there is to come with Dolphin Dive as well as with AD and DT. So make sure you're tuning in to Dolphin Time every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, exclusively on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. And, of course, throughout the month, besides Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, there's always plenty to get excited about because it's always fins up here with Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. So a very big thank you to the LeMoyne College Dolphins. So, with that being said, here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, we are going to end this video and start a new one. As you know, every single Wednesday, instead of running the video seamlessly through from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, on Wednesdays we stop the video after our LeMoyne special to bring you our Fantasy Football Power Hour, proudly presented by the Wildcat Sports Pub. We start a new video because of the fact that fantasy football is a huge, huge part of what we do here at Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and we want to make sure that you can get to the library archive and speak with us immediately, instantaneously. So with that being said, we are going to end this video on YouTube and Facebook. So those of you watching, stay here with us. We're going to end this video, start a new one within a minute. So we'll be back in just a moment. For those of you on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt and on wakeupcalldt.com, just stay where you are, as we'll stay with you on audio. So we'll be back on video